Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Free at Last Funny Fest pilot. This show is going to be, well, I really don't know because it's the first one. Yeah, your guess is just as good as mine, but I do have some professionals in the house that are going to help us find the way to where we are going. So I'm going to bring to the stream my cohort. I can't say that. See, even I have to start editing my speech. Dr. Thomasine Pickens. Hi, doctor.
Hello.
All right, let's cue the people in. Let's you and I have a conversation, like in real time, as if we were on the telephone. You can't, well, actually, you told me that you do this special type of comedy. So fill the people in on what genre of comedy that is.
So I do motivation and I do comedy in the prison system, TDCJ, Texas Department of Criminal Justice. So go in there and I minister to them, and sometimes we just do comedy. We do strictly comedy, tell them jokes, get the women laughing, get them out of their bad moods, and help them along the way. So it's really inspiring. It's fun to do. And you have an audience that can't go anywhere. They got to laugh if they don't participate. Hey, it works. Be like, if you don't laugh, I'm gonna report you. Like, you better laugh. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun to go in there and help them for that moment.
Okay, so what's the difference between doing comedy inside of a prison and not?
I do comedy everywhere. And my favorite is the prison. And it's just because those people are going through something, they're going through a hard time. And for me, it's just giving them, even if it's one laugh, it's just giving them that moment to forget what they're doing or what they've done, and just give them some peace. Let them have peace for a moment. You know what I mean? Help them get their mind right, get their spirit right. So that's my favorite thing to do is prison comedy.
Okay, well, you know what? I've assembled some of my funniest friends to see if their kind of comedy can cut the mustard. Say that a couple of times. And I'm curious, just as well as you are, if it will jive. So, give people tuning in a brief description of what are the do's and don'ts of comedy inside of prison.
Okay, the first one, no cussing, no sex jokes. Because again, remember, you got all ladies together, all men together, and if they start trying to do something, they can get written up. So you don't want to cause them to think about sex in any kind of way. They can't get on the grounds. You can't touch the inmates, so no touching them. No getting on the ground, doing jokes on the ground, sexual gestures. You got to be real careful. You want to do a racial joke in prison. I mean, you are in there with some hardcore criminals, so you got to be careful with that. So that's basically the do's and don'ts.
Okay. Does it seem...
I tell you, if you're not funny, you better be funny.
Well, you know what? It doesn't seem too tough, and this is yet another unconventional avenue in comedy. And if we like nothing else around here, sauced in the city, we like unconventional comedy and places to do that comedy in. So, are you ready to meet tonight's cast or this pilot's cast to see if their funny can cut the mustard?
Let's go.
Okay, so first I need to make sure that you have a signal. So what is the signal going to be? I love it. So I'm glad that you have such an unusual object in order to catch their attention, because once you see our comedians tiptoeing over the line of sanity or of safety, yeah, there you go, of safety. Once you see them tiptoeing over the line of safety, I want you to rattle them to death, because our goal is to get everybody in and everybody out alive, or I should say everybody and their jokes in and out alive. All right. But First up, we have Willie C. Smith, the Colorado comic. How are you, sir? Good to join us.
What's up? Sorry,
Yeah.
I apologize. It's been a long, Brendan knows, it's been a long, long couple of days for me right this second. So, hey, Brendan Brown, what's going on with you?
Hey, I'm hoping that you can turn all of that into some funny ha-has for
We're
these
going to get
prisoners.
there. It takes time. You got to build it on up, because my God. Lord. I should have went to church. I should have. I need a doctor in the house. We got a doctor in the house. Doctor, I need a doctor. Yeah, yeah.
Well, hopefully you can use these next 3 minutes to exhale because I am going to put you with the doctor and set the clock for 3 whole minutes and allow you to
Get my symptoms out. Like hey, doctor, if you listening, I hope you listening. I got this one symptom that's called nobody loves me. So hopefully you can, fix that one for me. Junior, nobody asked you. And then I got this one symptom that where I got my family members messing with me all the time. They just be asking me stuff, and I think that I got this other symptom that's where I just do comedy. It is crazy, but I, I think I'm messed up, doctor. Can you help me? Can you help me? Help me, help you, help. Just help me. Can you help me? Well, okay. So, other than that, I know because you on mute and everything, and you can't really respond. We supposed to be having a conversation, and it's that doctor confidentiality type thing where you supposed to, I tell you things you ain't supposed to be telling anybody else none because you got that doctor thing on there. But
yeah, can't tell nobody. I got you.
Yeah. So, okay, because I got people listening, doc. They don't get it. They listening. They want to see this. And I don't, yeah, I'm already in trouble. So that's why I gotta look like this, it's called doing the name thing. So real quick question for you. With you being the doctor in your area, you said you do a lot of prisons, right? Is that correct?
I have a prison ministry, yes.
Right. And you notice you said that you put in there that she's a doctor of prison ministry. So if you need a Lord, by all means, get on with God, and He might just get it on cracking for you. But if you messed up, then you're gonna look like this, and then you can't look normal and anything. So yeah, I know. I don't think I have less than 3 minutes. I think I got more than a minute left. But with that being said, doctor, with that minute left, I don't have a diagnosis of how crazy I am. So can you give me some type of diagnosis of do I need help? Do I need another woman in my life, or do I just want to stay a comedian? I mean, because personally, I think that I don't need another woman because I'm a strong white guy, and then plus, I also have the ability to not do anything and sleep on your couch. So I was just wondering, so that makes me a deadbeat, and I do have a kid, so now I got a deadbeat dad. So I mean, like, okay, so doctor, is there any help for me whatsoever?
Absolutely, sir.
She lying to y'all. She lying.
Time. Oh my God, I was back here cracking up, but I wanted to make sure that I kept my volume off so that I could get a clean stream test. All right, Dr. Thomasine Pickens, on a scale of a 0 to 10, how did our Colorado comic do?
He's just funny to me. He gets a 10.
Oh
my God. Oh my God, he's funny.
Just coming straight out of prison. They'll be like, man, we like you.
Feel good about themselves. They'll be like, yeah, I'm just like
him. We're the same people. So you think it's kind of funny would go down well in behind the prison walls?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. Oh.
That's it. Because he's gonna have 15 minutes. So
wait a minute, what'd you say?
I said he'll just have more time in the prison. He'll have like 15 minutes probably.
Okay, well, we start in baby chunks just
Yeah.
to make sure that they could do it. All right, so next up is S.K. Morton, who managed to claw his way back into the stream. Welcome back, sir.
Yes, I'm going to be serious here for a second. We've got Fleet Week going on, and the Blue Angels are flying over. So, in the middle of this, you may only hear roaring. I'll do my
Well,
best.
that's okay. That could be a part of the joke. I'm about to put you on with Dr. Thomasine Pickens. Your clock is set at 3 minutes, sir. Make her laugh.
All right. I guess we're going. What's important to know is about me is that I am not well. Look, I've been over 300 pounds for quite some time now. A good decade, I've been well over 300 pounds. I've tried all sorts of things, and frankly, that tapeworm just isn't doing its job. So I've had to find other things to do. I've considered bulimia. Actually, a lot of people say, well, when I say that, they go, oh, that's gross. I say, well, it's just as effective as IBS, but you don't have to worry about your tooth enamel. So I think bulimia is the way to go, except I went to the bulimia support group, and I found it didn't help. It was mostly just people holding each other's hair back. So I abandoned that idea. Let's see. I've got a lot of things going. That's the whole point, is I've got problems. Look at this. It's you get a certain age and you're white and things just happen. I wake up in the morning, my head is bleeding. I don't know where. I just know I look at my pillowcase and it looks like someone used it to wipe up evidence. You know, it's just blood everywhere. It's disgusting. So, oh, really? No good? Okay.
There are people who probably did do that.
Okay, that's it. Maybe I could change it to looks like a Civil War bandage, maybe something like that. Okay. I did. My brother gave me one of his kidneys, which was very nice of him, but I didn't ask for it. He just kind of slid it over to me in a family barbecue in a napkin, and but I kept it. You know, that's my thing. I've got 3 kidneys now, so I don't care at all about expiration dates. I'm good to go. But the real issue with me is I got the sugar. I got the diabetes, you know. My wife is upset with me. She says it's a sugar addiction. What she does now is she just treats it like she's the wife of a cheating politician. She says, I don't want to know about it. I don't want you doing it in the house, and don't embarrass me. So that's what I get. But with the diabetes, I don't have the there's 2 types of diabetes. There's the one that's really bad. I've got the other one. I got the one that old people refer to as diabetes. Diabetes. I got the diabetes and suspenders. The diabetes is not something that I'm worried about. I tell my wife, I'm just going to fix it with diet. And I've done some studying. I know there's a lot of groups of people who just don't get diabetes, like the Japanese, the Chinese, the Vietnamese, all of them. They don't get the diabetes because of their diet. They eat a lot of vegetables. They eat carrots and piz. But now with the piz, you can't just have any piz. They like swit piz. And just to help you, we're going back with the E's and the is. Time, I didn't get to my punchline.
I know. Well, you have to get there. I know, right? I was over here like, did he just say that? And she didn't rattle. She didn't do the rattle thing.
I said Piz. Pizz.
Okay. So how did S.K. Morton do on the prison comedy? Okay, a 10.
We had to fix that one joke about the blood.
Well, then it can't be a 10 if he has to fix the joke. So definitely a 9.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
it was still a funny joke.
It was, but he definitely has to
They
fix
have
it.
people that are high five. I'm like, yeah, that's what I did. That's what happened.
So on a scale of 0 to 10, would he be relatable behind prison walls?
He would be relatable.
10. All right. Looks like we're on a good streak. Let's get your next one up here so we can fly through this. Thomas Eskin to the stage. Okay, he's clawed his way back in. All right, Thomas Eskin. The clock is set for 3 minutes. I am going to seat you with the doctor and get us and our jokes out alive.
Ooh, all right. Went from doing comedy for a crowd to one person with a rattle just to tell me if I'm wrong or not. All right. So 3 minutes. Let's go. So I'm an alcoholic. Start there. I'm a good alcoholic. I always like to call myself a Hall of Famer. All right. I got all the stats. I look at myself as like the Kobe Bryant of liquor. Every night wasn't the greatest night, but I took the most shots. All right. I was really good. I sobered up. I've been drinking in 3 or 4 years. But what happened was I'm from New Jersey and I moved to Phoenix, Arizona. So I moved from a no gun state to an open carry state. And that got sober real quick. All right. All right. There's one rattle. I feel like Tommy Pickles. Next. All right. So what I will say is, in Jersey, I wasn't the greatest guy. I was getting in fights and everything. All the stuff in Arizona turned me to a model citizen. I don't want no smoke. But I'm single and I'm sober and I'm also single, so I'm living a dream. I talked to my ex. She's the one who's seen like the alcoholic version of me and the sober me. I asked her which version of me is better. She said you're both assholes. I know by now. All right, strike two. It's gonna be maracas by the end. I get out of here. But I just think different. I'm just a comedian. That's just what I do. Like for example, one of my friends, he's got doctor problems. He's got a lot of doctor issues. He was telling me. He mentioned that he had a gay eye doctor. And me as a comedian, I'm like, you got a gay eye doctor. That means you'll never see straight again. Also, going out, I was eating at a place called Amy Swinehouse. Amy Swinehouse. And that made me nervous. Again, the way I think. With a name like Swinehouse, I thought I'd see a lot of police at the door. That might be a little bit extra, but hear me out. I was at Chipotle one day. Me and my white friend walk in a Chipotle, and there was 4 cops ordering food, and all eyes strictly went to me. Made me nervous, but I was like, let's see how this goes. The guy that was ordering, they asked him if he wanted rice and beans. He said, no beans, double white rice. I immediately felt like I was in danger. Like, this cop don't even like color in his food. All right. He walked in there to order food with a pistol and body armor. I walked in with unpaid parking tickets. This is not a good fit for me. All right. I went out. I don't know if I got more. Do I have more time? I can do another
one. Time. Oh my gosh. Okay, Dr. Thomasine Pickens, on the scale of 0 to 10, how does that comedy fit behind prison walls?
He does good. He's just got to work on it because he struggles. He's so real. I said, man, I'm sorry. Don't even get mad at me. Yes. Because I like his flow.
Oh my gosh. That is one of the lines that I'm glad we don't cross, is you have the rattle to let them know if it's, a go or no, and we don't get rude with it. So I'm glad that, you're doing it. You guys are taking it in stride. It's a beautiful way to learn what not to do or what to do. Doesn't mean you're not funny. Just means, sometimes in different situations, does your funny fit, I guess. So I'm glad to see they are tickling you and you are blurring the lines because you're like, I don't care, they're hilarious. I'm like, yeah. But
can we start asking a question? I have one question when they come on. I need to know that when they're not performing, what will they be doing?
we'll get
ask the first three guys later on, but I want to ask them that question.
After we get finished with all three of them performing, you can ask them that question. We'll just tag that onto the show. See how that works?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm back here choking. All right, let's get to the next person. Miss Treese is up next. All right, Miss Treese, 3 minutes are on the clock. Get us and our jokes out of here alive. Let's go.
All right, all right. I am excited, but all I'm gonna say is you gotta get to know your friends. Get to know your friends who you rolling with. Cause see, I have a friend where he wears size like 9, but his shoes is a size 11 or 12. And so when he's walking, he was, what they call it, he was shaving his toenails. So he was leaving tracks where he was going. I'm like, bruh, I know everywhere you been with them toenails. What you doing? Are you trying to shape them things as you walk? I mean, them shoes look like some mini surfboards. I thought he was surfing while he was going to the store. Like, really, man, get to know your friends. Now I understand what they mean when they say pick up your feet. Because them mugs just dragging like, shh. I'm like, bruh. And see, me, I wear hearing aids. And first, without hearing aids, I couldn't hear that. So that means I was real deaf. But then now with these hearing aids, I heard everything. Toenail shaping, rocks forming. But then what happened when you don't have no friends? I went through the moment where I ain't had no friends. And I ain't had nobody scratch my back. You know what I'm saying? So I had to become creative. Voila. I created me some nails. Gotta be creative. And that's one thing I love about inmates, because y'all are creative. I'm saying, because you be creative and you picture some nails, man, you don't need nobody to scratch your back, man. You scratch your own back, okay? Because I promise you, this going to be me right here. Don't ask me if you scratch my back.
That is a weapon, ma'am.
And then it would be, but I wouldn't have these. I promise I wouldn't bring these. But man, you got to know how to scratch your own back. I'm just saying. Because, boy, I'm telling you, it be them days when I can't reach them spots. But listen, see, in the real world, we got what's called resuscitated roaches. Y'all ever heard about them? Resuscitated roaches, that means you kill them and they come back alive and put their coat back on. Where they do that at? Y'all got any of them in here? Because I promise I'd ask that question. They probably look around at some of their buddies like he's a resuscitated roach. He's resuscitated. I tried to kill him, but I wouldn't say that word, but he's resuscitated. Man, these roaches out here, boy, they do life on their own terms. It don't matter if you got orchid, don't matter if you got raid, don't matter what it is, they're going to resuscitate. And then they just sit at the table. That's what you call permanent roaches. I'll come back on that another
time. Oh, okay. Thomasine Pickens, on a scale of 0 to 10, how is that?
Oh, you want to know about the permanent roaches? I'll tell you about the permanent roaches. They sit at the...
She's still going on about the roaches. She's definitely relatable. She's have to leave her weapons at home. That's all.
I love it. Okay, so what I've decided to do, like, we're going to make this a whole show. So everyone who has had a turn, their 3 minutes, I want them to take the corrections, and then I'm going to ask them for another 3 minutes after we answer the question of what will they be doing when they're not performing. Okay, so here we go. We are making this stuff up as we go. Look, I have to edit my own self. All right. Next up, Brian Keith Walker Sr. Oh, this ought to be a treat, you guys. 3 minutes on the clock. I am going to sit you with Dr. Thomasine Pickens. Get us and our jokes out alive.
All right, here I go. Now, when I was younger, I used to want to break dance. You remember pop locking, Doctor? Pop locking and break dancing? I was on that cardboard spinning. I'd run inside. I'd do my homework, though. But my problem was I just do my homework fast, but I didn't know at the time I wasn't retaining what I was learning. My vocabulary and all that. Making a long story short, I went down to Hollywood. I was pop locking and breaking in the room. A white man came out. He said, "We love you. We're gonna book you," and left the room. Doctor, I left the room. I got in the elevator, got down to the street, and I got in my car and they did what they call boned out. I was scared. Because where I come from, if a white man said I'm booking you, it wasn't good. It took me a long time to go back. I said, shoot, But then I wanted to become a comedian later in life. So I went into Ontario Empire. I was sitting in the back of the class. The white man came up front. He said, we want y'all to become a comedian, but you have to talk about yourself and your family. I was back there sweating, doctor. Because when I grew up, my mama said, you talk about what's going on in this house, I'll whip your butt. It was hard for me to become a comedian. I had to overcome some stuff. You know what I mean? People don't know in our culture. So I come up a comedian. I'm telling you. I'm sorry, is this going out on me?
Yes. I'm like, oh no, we lost him.
Am I back?
Yes.
All right, I apologize. I hope this don't happen, Anyway, I ain't gonna talk about that. I just want to bring joy. That's why I become a comedian. Because I was in class and people was always had a stone look on their face, It looked like a math book. A math book looks sad. I guess a math book got a lot of problems, so it looks sad all the time. But people, they look sad. So I thought I had to cheer them up, right? I didn't know, doctor, they were studying. You got a study face. Anyway. I had to go back and apologize to people like AA meeting. I had to go back and make, anyway. So I like, hello, is this thing on? Free at last. I hope we get free. Let us out of here. Hey, is the light coming back on?
Time. All right, Dr. Thomasine Pickett. What are we looking at? 0 to 10.
Now, I told you I have a prison ministry. There's no way I go into the prison to anybody they were a 2 or a 1. He's a 10, ma'am. 10. I have been trained. No, all of them are good. He's funny too. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you have a question, and then I have a question. So, and you're going to get the last question. We're going to ask. This next segment is going to be 3 questions that we're going to ask each one of them to make sure that they are mentally sound of mind. Oh. And so I'm going to allow you to ask your question, and I'll put everybody back on the stream, and you can ask them all together.
All right. I have one. You have 2 questions because I have one for him that I can think of right now.
Okay. I'll ask the 3rd question. I was going to give you 2 and I was going to take 1. But if you only have 1, then I'll take 2.
Oh, I could probably get him 2. Okay. All right. You ready for me? Okay. My first question is, when we're all inside the unit and when you're not performing, what will you be doing? When you're not performing, what will you be doing? Yes, Mr. Colorado.
Trying not to get shanked or robbed. I mean, like, I don't want to get on the ground. That'd be me. I would like to get out. I didn't volunteer to come in, so I would love to be out. Just saying, been there before, so I kind of understand it.
Okay. Miss Treese. When you're not performing, what will you be doing?
Usually me, I'm sitting back working on my set and getting in character, because usually my set requires me to be in character before I even become the character. So yeah, I'm usually working on my character. So by the time I get up there, I'm probably looking retarded a little bit.
Mr. Thomas, what will you be doing?
About the same thing. I'm gonna be watching the show locked in, It doesn't seem like there's too many extracurricular activities going on. So I think staying in put is probably the best idea for me.
to be seated up front, right? Okay.
Right.
Morton, what will you be doing, sir? You're on mute, sir.
I'm assuming you're talking about during the show.
Yes, during the
Okay.
show. What will you
Yeah.
be?
Well, yeah, like Treese and Tom, before I've got my notes out, I'm going over everything, but I do have one ear to what's going on if there's someone before me, because sometimes they'll have something that you can tag when you get up there. But I'm just concentrating on trying to make a good show. And then afterward, I listen with no worries.
Okay. Mr. Brian, what will you be doing?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I will be praying to the Lord, talking to the Lord, working on my material, and praying, talking to the Lord, and listening, making sure nobody gonna shank me, and talking to the Lord. And then I'm gonna, wait my turn, keep my back to the wall, and pray, talk to the Lord. Everybody be happy.
And those
Unball your fists. Get the tension out your
Okay,
shoulders.
so you heard all the answers. So what should they be doing?
the correct answer is you need to be paying attention to your surroundings. That's not the time to be in your material. That's the time to be looking around, seeing who's coming up on you, seeing what if a spike's about to pop off. That's the time to really be focused. I've been in the unit, everything is calm, and all of a sudden they start fighting. And so that's the time for you to pay attention to what's going on. Never take your eyes off of looking at, you don't look down, you look around and see what's going on.
Okay.
Second question. I'm ready for my second question whenever you're ready for me.
Okay, I was going to do my question and then you get the last one. Okay. My question is during your sets right now, when I put this up in your face, that distracts you and that throws you all the way off. So my question is, if something went down in the jailhouse that distracted you, what would you do, Brian?
I would keep performing.
Okay, Thomas?
I mean, it depends on what the distraction is, Like, I imagine if it's some type of, like, escalation, I'm supposed to just follow protocol. Somebody tells me, hey, shut the fuck up, sorry for person, but somebody tells me, hey, stop playing or cut it off, and they got to go handle something, I'm just following orders. But if it's
Okay, follow orders. I like
regular heckling, yeah, like I could, that's no problem. But again, if a guard tells me, hey, cut it out, then do what I'm told to do.
Okay, hopefully maybe you can't hear. No, you can hear me. You can't hear her. Okay, great answer. The Colorado comic, what would you do?
Basically listen for the guard so that I'm not locked up in there with everybody else either. I know what women getting locked up happens to y'all. That just negative. You listen to somebody around you and you stop what you doing. You know why? Because one of us is walking out of here and the other one ain't. So go ahead and mess around. Not like she said, paying attention and all that other stuff. And you're gonna be locked up there on the men's side of it, not the female side. I'm just saying.
I'll let them take me.
Good answer. SK Morton, what would you do?
I'd probably exercise my privilege. No, I would probably. No, I would do what they're saying, which is, and it does depend. If it was someone heckling back on a thing, I wouldn't have a problem. But if I see something, hold on a second, the planes are flying over. I see, something going on. Obviously, the authorities are going to be involved in something. I'm just going to follow their instructions.
I love it. Miss Treese, how about you?
I'm sorry, my internet kicked me out, so I missed the question.
The question is, if there's a big distraction, what do you do?
First thing I'm doing is I'm looking to the guard for some instructions. Who's doing where to go, what to do. I'm sure somebody's going to be giving some instruction or somebody going to notice something. If not, my next step is I'm looking to Thomasine if she's somewhere in the picture. But I'm looking to somebody for some instructions.
I'm digging it. Dr. Thomasine Pickens, what should they do?
They should pay attention to the guard and to me, and do what they need to do to get out and to get away from the situation.
Okay, so you know what I found out from that question? We do have some common sense. So some of us got to get on the track because Brian said he just keep performing, and I'm like, yeah, outside the prison, sure. Inside the prison, duck,
Well, you said
Perry.
distraction. I didn't know it was like a game.
It's in the prison. All right.
I'm gonna
So
follow the guard instructions.
Dr. Thomas E. Pickens, your last question.
All right. This is a true or false question.
True.
All right, here's the question. If something happens, true or false, a guard would shoot you to get to the inmate. So if they held you as a hostage, true or false, the guard would shoot you to get to the inmate. True or false?
True.
I'm hearing it's true.
Give me
I'm
one.
inclined to believe it.
False. How many people think that's true?
I think
If
it's
possible,
true.
it's true. Yep.
And I'll be your last that says false, just to kind of throw it off. But yeah, I'll be the last.
And
To get to the inmate.
one of the units has a sign right before you go back to where the inmates are, and it specifically says, if you take a volunteer as a hostage, we'll shoot the hostage to get to you. Excuse me, we'll shoot the volunteer to get to you. So there's no protection for us. So that's why we have to obey them and lay low.
Oh, geez. And actually, that was the one thing that that you told me that I did pass on to them, because it threw me for a loop when you said it to me. So I was like, yeah, forget everything that came before what I'm about to say, because it doesn't matter what I've said before now, because this is the deal breaker. If you're going to do it, it'll be a yes. If you're not, it's going to be a no. But this is the harshest thing that I heard. And I was like, oh my God. So I want y'all to give it up for Dr. Thomasine Pickens. Y'all,
Yes. Thank you, Ms.
and
Pickens.
thank her for coming and sharing her time, her platform, and her unique opportunity to do comedy. Now, at the beginning, you guys each performed 3 minutes, and Dr. Thomasine Pickens gave you guys some notes. And so I want to see how fast you can apply the corrections. It's okay, SK, I got you. I see his eyes like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, I understand. They're protecting our nation. Go, boys, go. All right. So I want you guys to apply the corrections, because I want to see how fast you can turn things around. Because I'm sure during this prison comedy show that we would definitely have a practice run and go over your sets and see if you get rattled. And then we would have to go back and redesign. So I'd like to know how fast that turnaround process is. So I'm going to set the clock for, again, 3 minutes each. And I'm going to start in reverse order, and then see if I can figure out what order that was, and give each one of you 3 minutes to sit with the doctor. And doctor, get your rattle out. And everybody else can get theirs out too, so you can help out your brother in crime. First one up, Brian Keith Walker Sr. The clock is set to 3 minutes. Get us and our jokes out alive.
Hey, listen. Back when I was growing up, I heard a lot about boobity bop, hippity hop, go get a job, quit doing that hip hop. We used to rhyme. Bop it up, skibbity scott, right? I never thought it'd be 50 years later, they still rhyming and making money at it. I would have got a job. I listened to my mom and daddy. I would have kept rapping. Anybody listen to hip hop now? You hear hip hop in everything. I heard them rapping about putting a pizza together. Look, check it out, please. You can get pepperoni with your cheese. Anyway, rappers in everything. Like, what if blues would have did that? No other genre took over like hip hop and everything, huh? Could you imagine country western and all your commercials? Look, y'all ain't smiling. Bring your dog back. Look, no, y'all ain't. Nope. I guess that ain't gonna happen this time. Well, I'll tell you what happened. I am a professor. I profess to be a comedian. Anyway, I'm trying to tell you what I'm trying to tell you. It ain't going good. Not this time. Huh? Is this thing on? Hello. Is the guards coming? Where the guards at? I feel the heat up here. Are you hot? Why do I picture everybody naked? Is that all right? I'm nervous. They said picture people naked when you're scared. Hey, lady, put that back up. Put your cleavage together.
Time.
Oh my God.
Time. Okay, Dr. Thomas C. Pickens, how did he do this time?
You will definitely have those moments where I just staring at you. That was very uncomfortable for him and very funny to me.
Oh man, and I think they would laugh at how uncomfortable he is, but he had a great recovery. Is this thing on? I guess it's not going to work today.
That's hilarious.
All good comebacks and good to use with tough audiences. All right.
He did good. He gets a 10.
He has you laughing. That's always really super duper good.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
We are going to roll on to the Colorado comic. 3 minutes are set on the clock, sir. Everybody get out your rattles because, he's got to get us and our jokes out alive. And if he do anything that put my life in danger, I'm rattling him. So, clock is set, 3 minutes, and get us and our jokes out alive.
What's up? I know I'm not supposed to be screaming because it's very, very false. And, I'm not going to, get in trouble because if I scream, then all of a sudden I'm going to be slammed on the ground. And I don't like being slammed on the ground. I mean, there's a lot of Black people out here in our world that don't really understand how to get slammed on the ground. So if you've been slammed on the ground before by anybody, please raise your hand. If you've been handcuffed by anybody, yeah. So by any means, what I was actually thinking about wasn't being done, but I was being more of having some fun, So has everybody had fun once in a while in their whole entire lifetime? Like you had some soda. I mean, that's fun. You had a cigarette. That's fun. That is fun. It is fun. And you've also had what they said is some common sense. It should have been given to your moms and dads out there. They should have gave you some because common sense is normally 95% of that. Stop laughing. I can't get through the joke if you don't let me tell you. Common sense is what everybody's thinking of. It's just common and sense. Now, let's break that word down really, really quick, girls. Common and in sense. First off, nothing is common. Everything's all messed up in this world. I've never seen anything like this. There's nothing is common. And then sense, that means that you have to have more than what they say is a broken off dollar. So if you have a broken off dollar that happens to be laying on your couch, tell that common sense to make some phone calls and put some money where it needs to be put in your pockets, right? Am I lying? Y'all lying? Wow, really? Oh, so I'm lying right now. Yeah, right, yeah. Because most of these guys that are on this show, we got some common sense and we ain't put no dollars in y'all pockets to come out here and make y'all laugh. And y'all think y'all call us what's the female representation of somebody that does something? Husband. But anyways, sure enough, you got husbands and you got wives, and then you got certain people that just don't understand what common sense ends up being. Now, me personally, I'm a spooner. Anybody like to spoon? Anybody? No. Hey, what about knifing? Anybody like the knife? Yeah, knife. Yeah, okay, yeah. Because the reason why I said spooning and a knife is because I want to actually go in my little, cupboard and get clean and eat. later on with my pork.
Time. All right, Dr. Thomas C. Pickens. Did it get better or what happened? I didn't see your face as joyful this time, and the videos don't lie. So this is, this is to help us get better. What happened?
I was like, where's he going with that joke? Okay, he gets an 8 with love. I was like, where's he going with that?
Okay. Willie C. Smith, just remember to work on it. We're going to keep it moving. SK Morton, clock is set at 3 minutes. Use the appropriate corrections and our jokes out alive. Let's go.
All right. Well, listen, there's nothing funnier than explaining a joke before you give it. That's what I say. So I'm going to go back to where I got cut off before, just so you understand. The Chinese do not have diabetes. You're with me, right? Okay. Not only do they prefer sweet piz, but they don't like frozen sweet piz. The Chinese do not frizz their sweet piz. Okay, I'm seeing the nodding. It's okay. The thing is this, I won't keep going with it, but we were talking before about my diet. I thought I'd go vegan, but then I found out that you can't have honey if you're vegan because it's made by biz. See? I can do this the whole time. It's my area of expertise. All right. Now I'll stop doing it, but let me just say diabetes is very serious, and I've watched you laugh at several of those jokes. You should get down on your knees. And thank God that I'm done talking about that. All right? All right, we'll talk about something better. But it's still my health, because my health is very important to me. So I go to the doctor regularly. One of the things I worry about is Alzheimer's. I'm always afraid. But then I found out there was something worse than Alzheimer's. It would be having Alzheimer's after you've had surgery for testicular cancer. All right. Some people get that. Some people don't. I just thought I'd throw it in and see what happens with a little rattle. I was going for the, Miami Sound Machine thing. Anyway, no, what I really wanted to say is that one of my problems also, because I'm fat, got the diabetes, the whole thing, also the CPAP. I don't know how many have done the CPAP. It's that thing. You look like an Amish fighter pilot. You put it on over here like this. When I did the testing, it comes back, tells you how often you stop breathing at night. Most people, it kind of looks like a comb. It does this kind of thing. When mine came back, it looked like something had been redacted. Oh. They don't know when I sleep at night. All right. I'm trying to put things in the wrong spot. But you are smiling, and that's encouraging.
It was funny.
Oh, well, thank you. So now I know I want to be very clean. I thought I'd send you my material, and you can just read it. How do you spell chlamydia? No.
Ah.
I'm done. I'm done with you people.
That was funny.
Well, I am glad that you are done. I got some of them. I got some of the jokes and some. I was like, okay.
Where's my dictionary? Like, what?
Define chlamydia.
How do you spell it?
I think we had a rule that you can't make them feel bad about themselves. So I saw like a close broach to, like chlamydia. I don't know if you want to bring that up.
I wouldn't have even used it. I wouldn't. No, that was just for Thomasine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't part of my act.
My material to you, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. I was just making that up.
Oh God. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. What do you think, Dr. Thomasine?
He's a 10.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like funny.
I'm still waiting to hear his black woman joke, though. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I should have done that.
I've been waiting for
that. Next time.
I thought I was fixing what I had done before.
Got us all waiting for it.
Thomas Eskin. And yes, when we say fix it, that means take out some of the stuff that might not have been so funny and put in the stuff that is funny. Trying new
so
things out is a part of fixing things. Yeah, taking the corrections. Thomas Eskin, your 3 minutes starts right now. Get us out of here alive with our jokes.
All right. So these Southwest states, man, they're just too hot. I moved from Jersey. Like when I moved to Phoenix, it's so hot out in Phoenix that me, a black man, I went and got sunblock. You know, like I never thought I'd be scared of sunburn. Like that's the only privilege black people got. I ain't even got that out here. Like the concrete's so hot out here, the dogs wear shoes. I saw a pit bull with Jordans. Asked the owner why he was muzzled. He said someone stepped on his paw. But but I like the coast. I like the coast, but the coast is just too expensive. Like I went out to LA, gas was $7.50 a gallon. Like it was crazy. Like gas was so bad, I saw white ladies begging for gas. Like they were in full dresses, looking like money, just begging for gas. And they came my way and was like, "Look, lady, it's not that I don't believe you. It's just that you're at a gas pump and a Tesla. You probably need a gas car if you want some gas money." I filled with two AA batteries. Like here, charge up. But also the Southwest, a little bit crazy. Being from Jersey is just different. I had to pass through a place called Wickenburg, Arizona, and they had a big sign out there that said that they're the state capital of team roping. Like again, being from Jersey, I never thought about roping anything a day in my life. And as a black dude, I don't trust ropes like that. All right, like
That's
if you
fun.
double knot your shoes in front of me, I'll fall all the way back. And if you didn't get that joke, just hang in there. I'll
That was
take them
good.
good. Oh, that's my time. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't get to
Oh
rattle that
gosh.
time, so I feel confident. That's all I was going for. It's not get rattled on.
You didn't get rattled.
Oh
That's
my
good
gosh.
enough.
There you go. Dr. Thomasine Pickens. How did Thomas Eskins fare out?
He did good. He got close to rattling with that shoe time joke.
I saw it in,
Real. Like that's real stuff here.
I saw
Which
it
one?
in the corner, but then he got like super funny, so I think it passed.
Yeah.
So it would a 10. Okay, cool.
Which
Yeah,
which joke,
Thomas,
which joke was it though?
The one about the tying your shoe, like you get back when they start tying, if they do a double knot in their shoe.
Oh, all right, okay.
No, it's funny though. It's funny. You just scared me.
I
I know
was laughing.
I'm like, you know, we are in Texas, right?
Hey, that just became a hate crime in 2022. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. All right, Miss Trees, we're going to set the clock for 3 minutes and get us and our jokes out alive. I'm going to seat you with Dr. Thomasine Pickens. Let's go.
Let's go. So, you know, different people dance different ways. And I used to like going hang out just to watch people dance because everybody can't dance. And some people, you know, they don't know the concept of dancing. So, like, what happened was I was chilling, right? And I happened to look around and I was looking at a black person, a white person, and an Asian person. And I wanted to see how different they dance. So, you know, black folks, we dance on beat. Not all of us, because some of us got two left feet, some of us got two right, some of us ain't got no feet at all. We dance like penguins. So, I see you, Colorado comic. I know you ain't got no feet. And so, you know, but the Asian, you know, they dance faster than the beat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was trying to count their steps and trying to get a hold to the rhythm. But then the white girl, she went a little bit slower than the beat. And in her dancing slower than the beat, she threw her hair up. And I thought, I don't know what the relationship is between your hair and your neck, but I'm not going to get involved. So you're going to have to figure out what that is. I don't know if your neck is too hot or your neck is too big, but whatever it is, it's none of my business. So I realized, you know, obviously her dancing has to do with her neck. I'm just not going to get involved in that, you know. But on top of that, when you're around a whole bunch of people, man, Y'all ever go into one of them places and it be like 2 or 3 people ahead of you and you don't know it, but then the minute you go in that area, you walk into somebody's fart and you don't know they farted? Yeah. Them one right there make you think twice. You be like, what? You don't know if you done met the devil or his agent with the smell of that part. And it's always the airy ones, the ones you never hear. No, the airy ones that don't give you no warning, it just seep out. And all of a sudden it just manifests and just bust you right here in the nose. In the nose. Yeah. So them, yeah, you gotta be careful for them. You gotta be careful for them. Last but not least, coffee, cigarettes, and morning breath is not a good combination to have a conversation. If you got all 3 of them connected, I'm not the person to talk to, because I swear I'm not hearing nothing you say, but I'm smelling your whole conversation. I don't have time to figure out what you're saying beyond the smell. If I got to interpret what you're saying because of all of that in your breath, nope, I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it. And worst of all, I wear hearing aids. So I'm going to put you on mute. I'm going to put you on puppet mode.
All right. Woo! They need some toothbrushes and some Mentos and all right, so let's get into it. How did she fare out?
She gets a 10. She's relatable.
Oh, relatable. You know, that brings me to the topics. I got one question for you at the end of this, but we have 2 newcomers that wanted to try their hand at this. So do you have 6 more minutes?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. First to the stream is my old pal Darrell Hearns. Hi, Darrell.
Hello, how you doing? Hi, everybody. Everybody had really funny jokes. Thank y'all for telling them. I was having a rough day, you know. I stubbed my toe, so you guys are wonderful.
All right, Darrell, here's how it's going to work. I am going to put you on the stream alone with Dr. Thomasine Pickens. I'm going to give you 3 minutes
All right.
to tell comedy that would fit inside of a prison. If you broach a subject that is off topic, she will give you the rattle. Show them the rattle.
Oh, okay. All right. I've got rough comedy, so we're going to try.
All right. So here we go. 3 minutes on the clock. Let's roll.
I might just start flirting. I mean, dang, Dr. Thomasine, how you doing, man? What's your doctorate in, man? What you got over here?
You have 3 minutes. I'll tell you afterwards. Come on. I want to hear it.
All right, I'll try. We'll see what happens. I'm scared. I don't know if I'm ready yet. I'm a little nervous. All right. I just got fired from my job recently. Okay. But it's a job I need to get fired from because I don't think they knew that I'm black. I really don't think they know that I'm black. You know, all this 6'3" tall, this beautiful blackness, they didn't know. Because they sent me to a place called Cottonwood. Yes, Cottonwood. What kind of mess is that? Shit, that's why it's like their catchphrase is, this cotton would be nice if it was picked by those fellas over there. You know, why would you send me to that place? I do IT, I don't own a cotton gin. Just being real, okay? I hate it. Okay, guys, let's be real. All right, I'm 37 with no kids. You know, it's tough out here, all right? It's just I'm trying my best. It's quiet. I guess I don't like free time too much. You know, I've been loving it, all right? It's beautiful. I have a job now. I work at a data center. And it's just awkward there because it's based in the internet, right? So any 5 minutes in there, somebody's porn's flying by my head. It's just I don't like that because I don't want to be sitting there. All of a sudden I just hear Control Alt Delete. You know, it's just I don't. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying new bits. Hopefully Dr. Thomasine doesn't rattle, but if she does rattle me, I'm used to it because rattlesnakes are in Arizona. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Oh my God. All right. Well, we're going to call these. We are going to call these shots in the dark because they weren't there for any of the information regarding prison comedy. And so, bearing that in mind, how did Darrell Hearns do?
Oh, when he says he's 37, single, no kids, everybody gonna pay attention to him. They're gonna be like everybody gonna pay attention to him. So I don't know. He's gonna be surrounded by women. So yeah, they may keep him in there. They may keep. I don't know. He might be a risk to us. They're gonna be trying to keep him inside the prison. I need to give him a 5 just for his protection.
For his own protection, right? Okay. We have one more shot in the dark.
In the prison.
It is Joel Cooper, and he is on his ride along and has decided to join us to take his shot at this thing we call prison comedy. Without knowing the rules, I'm going to set the clock to 3 minutes, Joel, and leave you sitting with Dr. Thomasine Pickens. Get us and our jokes out alive without us getting rattled. Let's go.
I had a rough day. I really had a rough day. I had my identity stolen, but that wasn't the bad part. The bad part is that they sent it back with a letter that said, after further review, the 3 major credit bureaus were sorry to have to deny the theft of your identity. I think that's pretty bad. I think you've hit pretty much rock bottom. And not only that, but then I stopped at the store and a homeless lady came up to me and offered me $5. I was like, what? It's crazy. And then speaking of money, I saved up enough to buy a new house. Thank you. It's a bouncy house. So my kids love coming over now and jumping on the bed. And I've got pets. You know, people have pets. I got a lot of pets. I got cats. I don't have dogs. I got cats. And if you've ever had a cat, they are like a lot like women. They'll wait till you're busy and you're really occupied with something else, and then they want your attention. So they'll come right up and lay right on your stuff. And the cat food nowadays, I don't get. How do we know that they're really eating real chicken or real liver? Who tastes it? I want to know how do we know it's really liver, it's real tuna? Because it smells like doo-doo. I don't know what it is, but it's bad. And cats are one of the only animals that celebrate a good poop. When they get done in the litter box, they come out cleaning their paws out, shaking them out like a dun 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 dun. And then they do zoomies around the house. They just take off full speed around the house. I'm like, man, I wish I could do that, but I could never get in that litter box. And then another, who else celebrates a good poop are babies and kids, little kids. When they poop, they go running around, poopy, I make poopy. And I'm like, dang it, I wish I could do that too, but I could never get in a diaper. Wait, I'm wearing one now. So yeah, that's not, so we're going to skip that one. We don't do the poop. We're going to go right by that one. I was a disciplined kid when I was little, which the kids today don't have. I can remember my dad whooping my butt and sending me to my room, telling me to learn how to act. So I would be in there, and my dad would come in and go, son, did you learn how to act? I'd go, I think so. To be or not to be? That was the question. I would get spanked again. And then I would be in there going, please, Lord, kill him. He's a bad dad. He's the worst one ever. He beats me. And then I would hear down the hall, knock it off before I come in and give you something to cry about. Like, I'm not sure, but I think you just did give me something to cry about.
Time. Oh, Joel. All right, Dr. Thomasine Pickens, how relatable to the crowd would Joel Cooper be?
He gets a 10. We all probably wonder what cat food tastes like. Yeah. Who tastes it? Yeah. Who tests that stuff? He's a 10.
I have to hold up to that. I actually had some when I was little. Times was hard. Look, don't judge me. Okay.
Meow.
So that's where I get all my cattiness from. Meow. All right. So with the content and the jokes that you've seen here tonight, Dr. Thomasine Pickens, in your professional opinion, could we create the show?
Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
Oh.
A very successful.
Oh. Wait a minute, you broke up. What did you say?
Yes, a very successful one too.
Oh, yay. Y'all give yourselves a hand back there, even though you're not in the picture. Give yourselves a hand because I didn't know if we were going to be able to actually pull it off, but I am glad that we did and I had fun. Do you think the inmates would have fun with the kind of question and like almost the kind of back and forth that goes on between us?
It would be very different, but yes, they would. I think they would really enjoy that.
Okay, because I know we can't, or that is a question I have. Are we able to interact with them? Do they heckle?
No, interact as in ask them questions.
No, as in, do they heckle and can you respond to the heckling?
Well, it depends on what the heckle is. If it's too bad, the guard will respond.
Oh, okay, but no, I mean, if it's just a good-natured ribbing, you know how it goes before it goes too far. I guess it's
It really does seriously depend on the guard, who's the guard in there, because sometimes all they want them to do is laugh. They don't want them saying anything back, and if they do, depending on the guard, they could get in trouble. So they normally don't heckle, but if there's not a guard in there, then they might.
okay. Just trying to cover all bases. Well, Dr. Thomasine Pickens, thank you so much for coming and sharing your time with us and the Colorado comic, S.K. Morton, Thomas Eskin, Miss Trees, Darrell Hearns, Joel Cooper, and Phil Page, even though he wasn't able to keep his camera to stay steady. I think we got a good sample of what this show would be. Free at Last Funny Fest is where we give everybody the relief they seem to deserve. Any kind of situation that you find yourself in, everybody deserves to laugh. It ain't free no more these days, but we definitely can bring it to you. And we hope that you guys will tune in. And if you know an ex-offender that is a comedian, please send them our way. If you know an ex-offender or their family, please tell them that this show exists. There is definite help with this show. We are creating it to be a help, not a hindrance. We love you guys. Welcome back into the world.